Hello, I'm Tiffany Mactaggart bringing you this week's Rural Roundup. The weather has definitely gone downhill since the last time I spoke to you. We put the soil thermometer into the ground about 3 weeks ago, and we found that the temperature was starting to creep up. 2 weeks ago we found that we'd reached 7 degrees, and having had another cold snap of weather and some snow coming, we found that the soil's back down to 5 degrees now. So it's definitely noticeable that the crops are not growing and the grass is definitely stalled. So hopefully we'll get some more warm weather again soon to get everything motoring on. Most of you should have heard by now that the Sustainable Agricultural Capital Grant Scheme deadline has been extended. It's been extended until the 31st of March. You have to make sure that you have bought and paid for your items before this time. The items need to have been received onto farm, be fitted and fully operational for you to be able to make your claim. You also have to take geotagged photographs of the items operational to prove that they're on your farm. If you said you were going to get a carbon audit and or a nutrient management plan as part of the Sustainable Agricultural Capital Grant Scheme, make sure these are completed before you make your claim. The Agri-Environmental Climate Scheme application window is open. If you're looking to apply for slurry storage, this deadline is the 24th of March. This is much quicker. All the other options are through until the 7th of June, but for the slurry storage, you've got till the 24th of March, so don't miss the deadline for this. Available on the Rural Payments and Services website, there is a new slurry storage and production calculator, so you can work out how much slurry you're producing on your farm more easily and work out what storage requirements you might have. It's not compulsory to use this new tool, but it's definitely highly recommended, as it should hopefully make you putting together your figures and putting together your application more easy. So make sure you don't miss out on this deadline. Thoughts are turning to the single application form. The application window is now open and you have through until midnight on the 15th of May to complete your application and provide all the supporting paperwork and documents as well. If you're looking at transferring entitlements, the deadline for this is the 2nd of April. So this is whether you're buying or selling entitlements, you need to think about getting those applications done now. If you've made any changes to the land, for example, you've merged 2 fields together, you've put in a new fence line to split some fields, or you've put up a new shed in the corner of a field, you have until the 16th of April to be putting in a land maintenance form. Any land maintenance forms put in before the 16th of April, they will be dealt with very quickly. So if you've got a single application form which has been in drafts or has been submitted, you'll have to go back and revisit this and make updates to it to take into account these changes. If you go and submit a land maintenance form after the 16th of April, these will not be processed before the 15th of May. So you will not have to make a change on your single application forms for these changes. But you do have until the 31st of May to make any changes required to take into account the land maintenance form which you have submitted. For your land maintenance forms, you can submit this on the new online mapping system on Rural Payments, the Lipis Map Viewer, and this is a very quick and easy way to submit your form. Alternatively, you can use the traditional document which you could fill in and either post or email across to your local RPID office. Make sure you also have a think about your ecological focus areas if you're needing greening. The earlier you think about this, the better. Make sure that you have plenty of EFA available for when you put your application in. Make sure you have your maps ready and documents to get submitted with your application form as well. There is a new option for EFA areas this year, so the new option is agroforestry. To be eligible for the agroforestry option, you needed to have planted trees under the small farm woodland option for the forestry grant scheme. If you've planted trees under a different forestry grant scheme option, or if you've planted trees without funding, you will not be eligible to claim this as EFA areas for agroforestry. Make sure you get all your documents in and submit your single application form by the 15th of May. That's all for me this week, and hopefully next time I see you it'll be better weather and more cheery.